Hello there, welcome to Leith School of Food and Wine in London. I'm here with the head chef from Sky Pro Cycling, Soren Christiansen. Thank you, Soren.
Thank you.
Nigel Mitchell is here as well. He's the head of nutrition for Sky Pro Cycling. And we're going to be looking at the kind of fuel that the riders get on the Grand Tour. So, Soren, we're going to start off with breakfast.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for us?
In the morning, the riders, they would have a breakfast who is not quite traditional because they need to fuel up the body a lot. In our team, we serve porridge for a starter. Then they would have some omelette, and then they would have some homemade bread, and of course they would have a traditional muesli, whatever is standing on the table. We have a lot of different things, specialities that they eat, but none of the riders eat the same every morning, so it's a little bit individual. We do one kind of porridge with low fiber and another normal, but today I would show you the normal one.
Okay, now Nigel, in terms of breakfast, what sort of time do the riders, is it good for the riders to have their breakfast before they go out, and how long between eating breakfast and starting the ride?
Right, it's a good question because basically the timing of the races can vary a little bit. So breakfast really becomes that pre-race meal. So they have breakfast roughly 3 to 4 hours before they actually start the race. So they will eat a really good sized breakfast, but it's not your bacon and eggs type of thing. It's as Soren was just describing there. We use a lot of porridge, and Soren is an expert on making really interesting porridges, so he's going to demonstrate that a little bit. And again, you know, what we've got here is some of the things that will go with the porridge. So we've got things like the chopped seeds and goji berries there, which Soren will do on a daily basis with the riders. So the guys will have a breakfast there which is really quite high in complex carbohydrates that's going to be digested quite slowly, broken down, absorbed, taken up into the blood over a few hours. They're also getting quite a lot of good quality protein there as well, because when they're racing for 4, 5, 6, even 7 hours, then the body's turning over a lot of protein. Once they've had the breakfast and they go to the bus, then they'll eat more food, snack on the bus as well. But we're focusing on the breakfast at the moment.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so Soren, you're going to show us how to make porridge interesting.
Yeah. First of all, we have a pot with half water, half rice milk. In the pot, we would put a little bit of ground cinnamon.
Ground cinnamon, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of ground ginger.
Okay, ginger, cinnamon.
Yeah. And then we take a vanilla.
So that's a fresh vanilla pot.
Fresh vanilla, and you take the knife with the back side.
Yeah.
And just open it.
So we've sliced the vanilla.
Yeah, slice the vanilla.
Down the middle.
Put the vanilla down here. Take a little bit of organic lemon.
Yeah.
Just a tiny squeeze down here.
So that's the zest of the lemon.
The zest of the lemon. You take some porridge flake.
That's normal porridge.
This is normal porridge oats. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Soren, for one person, if I was making porridge for myself before I went out on a ride, what sort of proportions am I looking at?
I would say that you are in total of liquid looking about 3.5 deciliter. Then you would take 4 big spoons, and then you would
350 milliliters.
Milliliter, yeah. 3 tablespoons of porridge.
Yeah.
And then a tiny bit of quinoa.
Okay, so you're putting quinoa in the porridge.
Yeah, to make it a little bit more fluffy.
And from a nutritional point of view, quinoa is fantastic.
Why?
It has all of the essential amino acids in there. Quinoa originally comes from the Andes, and for a lot of people that is their staple food, where they're getting their protein. And it's also, again, really good for the essential fats in the body, and it's got a very low glycemic index, which just means that energy is slow released. So for people at home, having something like that for breakfast will help to keep their blood sugars, will help to keep them energized right through the morning.
And are porridge oats similar to that? They have a low GI as well?
Yeah, porridge oats are very similar. They have quite a low GI. They're very good for soluble fibre, which again is good for the body. So mixing the two together, you're getting a really nice combination there.
Okay, right. Soren, what's going on the hob then? You've got the porridge on?
Over here, we have the porridge, who is boiling quite slowly. It takes maybe 4 to 5 minutes. In the second pot, we have some banana. I'm going to show you a banana puree.
A banana puree, okay.
Yeah. I boiled the banana with a tiny bit of sugar, because if we don't boil it, it turns black. Okay. Like my apron.
So you put, so that's just water?
Just water.
And a little bit of sugar. What, a teaspoon of sugar, something like that?
Half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon. Oh, I see, not very much at all.
Take the water away. And just mash it a little bit.
Okay.
bananas are a really rich source of potassium, and this banana puree that Soren makes, again, is so popular with the riders. So it's very simple, but very effective at getting really good nutrition into the riders.
Okay, and then you're putting, what's that?
Today it's crème fraîche. It can be yogurt, it can be a little bit of milk, but just to make it a little bit more light.
Okay. So that's half fat crème fraîche you've got
Half
there.
fat crème fraîche, the banana, and just now you have the puree.
Yep.
We can put it over here,
Okay.
and the porridge.
So they'll have that on top of the porridge.
They would have that on top of the porridge.
Now your porridge has been boiling there. Is it simmering?
It's simmering, slow, and
Slow,
the best
okay.
thing is actually to start boiling the water, and then when it's boiling, put the flakes down in the water, then it's easily absorbed.
Okay. That's your normal porridge with quinoa.
Yeah, that's the normal porridge with quinoa. It's quite liquid.
Mm-hmm. And that's much more liquid than a traditional porridge that I might make at home, no?
I would say that the way the Danish people, they make porridge, it's a little bit like this.
Okay.
It can be a little bit more firm. Quite a big spoon of banana puree. Fill it down
Yeah.
at the top. I leave the spoon down in, so it's ready for the rider. Take a little bit of the strawberries and the blueberry, who has
Yeah.
been marinated in the agave. A little bit here on the top. And then we take the seed and just sprinkle it.
So Nigel was talking about the smells, the other senses as well. For you as a chef, obviously the taste, but also the colours there are quite appealing for the riders.
Yeah, because you can see the difference between now
Yeah.
in the pot. We have the normal porridge,
Yeah.
and then you have this one. It's
That looks fantastic.
Yeah,
It does
that-
look absolutely fantastic,
look
doesn't
great,
it?
yeah.
I mean,
and that's also very important to work with the colours
Sure.
in the food.
and that's the normal sort of portion that the rider would have.
Okay.
They may have another bowl of it, but that would be the standard sort of a portion. Then after that, for seconds, everybody will be queuing up for omelettes.